Welcome to episode 31 of the 1878 FM podcast. We are joined by Andy Bush today, who's been AWOL for the last... Well, not necessarily AWOL, but he's been missing.
AWOL?
Yeah. Been missing for the last couple of weeks with other duties, but he's
MIA?
back.
Childcare. There should be a childcare package with the podcast. You know. What about that?
Yeah, maybe. But the thing is though that when I've had to miss one before, right, I have applied for official leave of absence, and the meaning of AWOL is absent without leave.
Yes,
which therefore means I don't think you fully accounted for yourself.
All right, so there's some paperwork, is there, Dave, that I should have filled in? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's online now. It's all modern. You can do it online. It's just you go to ned.org. Imagine /leave/Bush/Y.
Yeah.
Ned's HR portal. That's what I've got to go down. That's what it is.
Imagine Ned as a Ned in charge of HR. Imagine. Incredible. You all have to wear sliders.
Yeah, that'd be incredible.
But listen, in other news, though, Bush, aside from the leave issue, I have something else to pick bones with you, because it seems that you're trying to infiltrate my pastimes and maybe become me.
Yeah, do you know what? I tried dogging. It's absolutely fantastic. Great scene down there. Yes. No, I've been doing some Vitty-esque long distance cycling.
What's this all about? Where did it come from? Why and how and when? Where?
I think it's you, Dave. You're the inspiration.
How can I join?
It is. We've got a paddle board. We're going to transport a pasty across a riverway next week. I always cycle for work, so it's always quite functional. But we've always had this idea of wouldn't it be great, because obviously I'm from Devon originally, go from one coast of Devon to the other. So me and two friends did it at the weekend. So we did Barnstable to Oakhampton, stayed the night in an absolutely terrifying travel lodge,
the big ones,
and then straight out the Deliverance. And then we did Oakhampton to Plymouth. So it was like 100 miles over 2 days. And I wore padded shorts for the first time. Dave, when you do your cycling, do you have padded shorts?
Yes, I do. Yeah, very much a necessity.
I would say a necessity.
The nether regions from chafing and such.
Yeah.
Do you know what? My ones have got brace. The thing I wasn't expecting about the whole trip was that the padded shorts had like braces. So it's like a pair of shorts. They go over your shoulders.
They're a little bit like sort of elasticated lederhosen, aren't they?
It's a bit right said Fred. I'll be honest with you.
But they make it difficult. If
Whilst chasing people out because of COVID and stuff.
But if you need to go for an impromptu, trip to the bush, to relieve yourself, then it's difficult because you have to kind of take it all off, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, this is it. When I was getting changed, I felt like I looked a bit like. Do you remember back in the early 90s there was a chat room advert which was 0891 50. I look like the guy in the background that was giving it some edits.
Walking in like a plumber. Tremendous.
It was crazy. But no, great. I'm a convert now. It's recreational cycling is great.
Oh, beautiful.
Have you boys got bikes?
I have, yeah, and I have got said padded shorts, by the way.
Have you?
But I just wanted to ask a question. Just it came to me. Have you ever found? I mean, maybe not you, Andy, because you're new to the padded short scene. But maybe for Dave, have you ever done that thing where you've got to, your last pair of pants, say, and they are those padded shorts, and you've had to wear them for non-cycling?
What? No, you see, so I haven't got. So maybe there's a bit of a mix-up. I haven't got padded shorts which are like underpants. I've just got the all-in-one
cycling
sort of full
edition.
Wanker gear.
Wow!
The shoulder.
I didn't realise that.
Thing.
Yeah. Well,
is that not what you meant?
No, I've just got a pair of shorts that have got braces on them.
Okay. Oh, right. Well, that's different. Well, they sound more kind of recreational.
Yeah, I need to up my game, get some pro ones next time.
I think they're just. See, I've got just like shorts. I've got just like.
Just keep talking for a minute. I'll go and show you mine.
Okay.
This is taking a turn.
That's from the dog, and I've got like lycra underwear, but with the padded bit in. Why? For cycling.
Okay. I'll go and get whilst Dave's. I'll get mine as well. You boys go back and say.
I'll get mine. What's happened? It has happened that I have got down to, you've opened the drawer. You've opened the drawer and gone. All that's available. And all it is the padded shorts. So have you done the? Have you ever worn the padded shorts for Toffee TV? Have you ever come in the studio with them padded? Very comfortable. Very comfortable.
I'll be honest.
No, you see, can I just...
Yeah,
no, you've seen I don't know if anyone... I mean, maybe we need these two for this, but have you noticed there's an increase in advertisements for, like, basically nappies for men and women? Yeah, but you must have noticed.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch adverts.
Dave,
Hello.
Andy, have you noticed an increase on TV for underwear that might get you out of a spot of trouble?
You mean for stuff that catches leaks and whatnot?
Yeah.
Leakage, you mean?
There's more of that.
So there's
Targeted advertising, Ped, isn't it?
well, yeah.
I've got to say, I've not seen that, mate.
No. Well, you watch it all on the dodgy box.
Do your pelvic floor.
No, I'm not bothered. I'm just saying that's what it's like. Wear them, you get that little padded bit.
Okay.
And when you sit down,
I've seen me
everything feels reinforced.
She goes out cycling and stuff. She's got padded. I've seen them, and I take the piss out of her as well when I see them. But I've not.
You need them.
Oh no, I'm sure.
There we go.
I've got these.
Okay.
Visually.
Wow.
What? Ooh.
Right, so these,
at those.
right?
Look
Look,
at
they go over the shoulders.
Yeah.
I mean, they do look a bit Rocky Horror Picture Show.
They
Do
do.
you know what it reminds me? I haven't listened to any Frankie Goes to Hollywood for ages.
No, do you know you?
Right, so those.
You look like that.
Those
You
are
look
the
like you could be in the
shorts.
London Boys. Oh,
Yeah, you do.
tonight.
I'd just like to say I don't ever wish to be in the London Boys.
Okay, fair enough.
And see, they've got like a gel packet
Oh,
underneath,
yeah, that's
right?
it.
Okay.
That protects it. Now they're the summer version. And
Oh, I knew he'd have
also
two. I
got-
knew Dave would have different
right,
ones. Go on, son.
I've got these are the winter
Yes.
ones. You see,
Oh,
they're
okay.
longies, and
Longs,
then
yeah.
they kind of zip up around your ankles. But the same kind of concept in
Yeah.
so much as they go over the shoulders.
Right.
Could you go to the game and not have to get up and go for a pee and miss a bit of the match? You just go in there and it will sort them all out, Dave? Or
I mean, you could do, I suppose, but I mean, only in the same way that you could piss yourself in any kind of garment.
meanwhile, here's my ones.
No,
Nice.
hang on. Lift them up a little bit higher, Andy. Lift them up a bit higher.
Hang on, and you having a go at me?
No, hang on. They are not cycling specific.
They
They're not.
They
They are recreational leisure underwear.
They are. Yeah, they're from the same site where like ladies, all gentlemen may get like nurses' outfits and stuff. That's definitely under the
You look
right
like-
Rev Fred section. That
You look like those.
S&M.
Yeah.
S&M.
There's a shop down the road from where I work in Soho called Prowler. Put it that way. It's something that you might get in there, I think.
There you go. But you know what? If it did the job,
Oh, it did. And if I didn't have them, like Dave was saying, they're a necessity.
Yeah.
I realised on that trip, if you didn't have
Yeah.
padded shorts, I
You
always thought it
don't.
was a bit of a luxury. You'd be in all sorts of trouble.
It's,
Oh,
it's not
you
that
don't
good.
want rings thing, do
inflamed
you?
gooch. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
you do.
Rings thing or chafe
But this
in
is
the
a big
middle.
part of it, though, isn't it? When you do take up a new pastime,
Yeah.
it is good to get into all that stuff. It makes you, you go and buy all that. And I've got loads of it for running,
Fair
for
play.
cycling and stuff.
Just go to
But
one.
You can go off the edge though with cycling.
Yeah.
You can
Go
spend,
to-
some people can spend some crazy money.
Well, you could go off the edge, yeah, if you're riding where you
But Andy's there look like, when you see toddlers and they're strapped to doorways and they just bounce.
That's exactly what they
That's
are.
what he
We
looked
had
like.
them.
He looked like he could have landed on his knee. And,
Get him on a doorway, off you go, let them bounce away.
1970s child bouncer. Thank you for that. I appreciate
there you
that.
go. But it done the job, Andy. And if it
And it's
does
interesting-
the job, that's all that matters.
And it's interesting to get an insight into what Dave's wearing when he's got those maps on
I'm
Strava in the
literally-
wilderness. Do you know what I mean?
Literally, as soon as this finishes today, because I'm technically on annual leave today, but I wanted to obviously
Look at that.
All right.
be
Oh.
part of it.
Commitment. That's
Commitment,
commitment
you
right
see.
Well,
there.
he didn't put his form in.
He didn't
But
put his form in.
I'm actually going to put this clubber on as soon as we finish and get out on my bike this afternoon.
Really well. What I like about your kit, Dave, is it appears that you can take it off and put it back on again quite quickly if you needed to get changed in a hurry. Do you know what I mean?
Just in case.
Fair play. It's fair play.
Fair play.
Let's just get this out the way. Talking of kits,
Do we have to?
players had
Why
a
do we
kit.
have to?
I think we do.
I don't.
And
We-
do you know? I think
we don't have
could,
to.
I think we could do the whole episode without even mentioning it.
Do you know what, I've not seen it. I didn't get involved with it because I was cycling during the whole time it was on. I got updates of different levels of swearing from my dad and my brother on our WhatsApp group. So I'm completely ignorant of it. I get a sense of how it went. And from what I gather, it reminded me of the Brentford game last season where it was like, here's a chance for us to slightly push clear, and everything went wrong. Do you know what I mean?
At least we had an excuse in the Brentford game that A, they were very good, and B, we had a man sent off. Whereas Fulham at the weekend for 60 minutes didn't really look interested. They looked like they wanted to be anywhere but Goodison Park. And it was almost like when they went 2-1 up, it was almost like, well, these don't really look harsh, so we may as well just enjoy having a little kickabout, and it could have ended up 5-1 at the end. But Dave, I mean,
I thought it was a real. I don't know. I felt it was a real turning point for the worst for us, in so much as it was a game we absolutely had to win.
Yeah.
When you look at the remaining fixtures, it was the one that we absolutely had to get 3 points from. And the annoying thing is that had we played anywhere near the way that we played against Arsenal, for example, we'd have walked that game on Saturday.
Absolutely.
You know, and so once again, like a broken record, it goes down to commitment and levels of commitment or lack of in this instance. And it was the lack of commitment and the lack of effort that made it a very, very easy Saturday for Fulham, who, as you say, didn't really look arsed. They're not the best team in the world. They were missing Mitrovic. You know, I mean, we should have absolutely guaranteed it. And
why did you change stuff around? That's what I don't get.
I mean, Mopé, he's playing 4-4-2, but Mopé anyway is just useless.
This is very true.
I mean, just useless. No, I just find it depressing because that was the opportunity to get a vital 3 points on the board, and now when you look at the remaining fixtures, they're a lot tougher than that.
Yeah. It's annoying because we have one of those weekends where all the other results were all right. This could have been daylight a little bit. It's a difficult situation because so many teams are in the mire that you're never going to get a weekend when it's perfect for us. But Liverpool did us a favour last night and everything as well. So it could have been a real daylight thing, and we've just kept ourselves as you were pretty much.
Is it fair to say it's 2 from 4?
No, 2 from 5.
Do you think 5?
No, 3 from 5, obviously.
So I think Southampton.
Yeah, but they're not though. You can say they are, but they're not.
I think they're
3 from 5, isn't it? And Leeds, obviously, 11 goals conceded in 2 home games and still got a better goal difference than us.
Only by 2, though.
No, I know.
Miles yesterday.
What does that tell you, though? But they are horrendous, and Leicester, I suppose, are the one because they played City under new management, and we'll have to wait and see. But we've got to play them. Leicester have to play Leeds as well, so they very much got it in their own hands. But then so are we, because we're not in the bottom 3. So it's a case of if somehow we could pull off back-to-back results, starting with Saturday, going into the Newcastle game. And that's what it would take. It would take back-to-back wins, I think, to get us out of this. But it's not. Listen, it's not over. It's not over. But
are you saying Bournemouth are safe then?
I think Bournemouth are safe. Yeah, I think they're well safe.
I think they are now.
I think only
because what are they on 33? I think another win for them, Dave, and that's it. So I think they've effectively got like half a dozen games just to win one.
Yeah,
and I think, and I'm sure they've got Forest at home.
They're in great form and they're scoring goals.
How do you guys feel about it? You know, like last season, it was this kind of out of the blue cataclysm, and suddenly it all got really serious. And oh my god, I can't believe it! I just got kind of different feeling towards it. We've had the warning. I feel like it's all self-inflicted. We've they've screwed around with the whole striker situation. And we've only got ourselves to blame this time. And and some of this stuff about, I think I saw Ped talking about it on Twitter, just like making it like the fans again to try and get us up for the games and stuff like that. It's like, I don't feel like anyone can go through that again, really. No. I don't know if it's there.
I think I'm in the thing of, it's not that I've like give up and I'm not bothered. I just haven't got the same. No. I was terrified last year, and this year I'm almost just like, if it happens, it happens. I think, like you've just said, Andy, we had the warning. I said yesterday on our Final Word show, last season, and it feels about 15 years ago now, doesn't it, when Rafa Benitez was appointed? But that was only last season, believe it or not, which is incredible. All that hassle that went on around Christmas, the derby at home, and all the brands being sacked, and we sacked the manager, and the transfer window was going on. Lampard come in, the last hours of it. We somehow survived, and we went and done the exact same thing again this January. The same thing, loads of furore around the board. They can't come back ever again. The manager gets sacked. We bring another one in late. We don't bring any players in, and we're where we are. And it's no surprise. You can look at Everton's team and say it's decent, it's awful, whatever. I think Everton defensively and midfield, when they've got the best team out there, or strong team out there, is like a halfway up team. But their forwards, the forward options are by far the worst in the league, and it says it all. Diogo Jota scored half the goals of Everton's top scorer last night, and he hasn't scored for months and months and months. Salah got it last night in 10 minutes. No, I know, but what I mean is Everton's top scorer's got 4 goals. It's April.
Well, that's why,
and that's where we are. That's why
where we are. I don't think we're a good team, or we're anywhere near being a good team, because I think it's a collective thing. You score goals as a team, and yes, you do need that one person who'll finish the goals off for you. But you need collective responsibility. We don't create chances. We don't score chances.
How many sitters though we missed in key moments?
Oh yeah, but that's part of it, though, isn't it? And
Villa, the 2 home games.
That's part of it, isn't it? It's like it's dead easy to say, well, we missed the sitter, but that's part of our problem. And I think a lot of us, and I think this is people say it's apathy. I just think a lot of us deep down know that we probably deserve to go down because we're so bad. And listen, as much as we all don't want to, I think deep down we all know we're not a good side. And I think once you understand that and you realise, because there's been loads of occasions where you're like, we're unlucky, or we've had bad rest decisions, or you lose. Like, I mean, when you think of last season, though, everything played against us. Losing a player out injured all season, another player wasn't allowed to play, and that's all being sorted out now. Richarlison went to two international competitions in one summer. There's so much.
The manager fell out with our creative left back and wouldn't play him.
All these things, all those refereeing decisions, and there was a case of it felt like, but this year we're just like, we're rubbish. We're just rubbish. Yeah. And I think everybody just feels like that. I think everyone's like, if we go down, we deserve to go down. So
I think the fact that we're even saying about the fact that it's a carbon copy of last year to a greater extent just proves how we do deserve to go. Because as you say, you can be unlucky in certain things once, but when you're seeing it all unfold again, I mean, I still, it baffles me the fact that after that Crystal Palace escape, and we all just kind of thought, thank God for that, we're safe, and this will never happen again.
Yeah,
and at least we now know that we start next season with a chance, and we'll be fine, and it will all be okay. And here we are again in a worse situation, and yeah, we have every right to go down, I think.
And if we stay up, Dave, I think a lot of us feel like we'll have to do all this again next season as well.
Well, because we'll probably get hit by some,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the sort of, again, people are literally running out of energy. And
I want the pain to be over. Don't you guys just want it to, I just want to know now. I just want the pain to be over. Let's just, I don't know.
It's
not a bloodletting, go down, just get ourselves sorted out. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't really work like that anymore, does it? I mean, I know that's what used to happen in the old days, and they used to say sometimes a relegation is good for you because you go down, you clear out all the, that you don't need, you come back, you regroup, you come back stronger, and it's all for the good. It doesn't work like that anymore. I mean, I know that Burnley came straight back, but with an outstanding manager and an incredible performance in that league. But I don't see us bouncing straight out of the Championship.
No,
if we go down.
But I just want us to find, maybe whatever it is, I guess, just find our level a little bit, because I'm sick of just like hanging on for dear life at the tail end of a league we're not even fit to be in at the moment.
But it's the debt implications as well. It's not just going down, and it's not just the lack of the Premier League income, which we would suffer from, and therefore losing, our best players, whoever they are, on the highest money. But it's also the fact that then debts need to be repaid, which there's all sorts of other financial implications for us in particular, not just for another Premier League club.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bear thinking about right now, and that's why we need to move swiftly.
But that's why I'm so pissed off about Saturday, because it was so important. It's so important, and it was so doable, and they just didn't do enough, or nowhere near enough. And that could be, ultimately, at the end of the season, that 3 points could be the difference.
Well, do you know what the Everton way, though, sometimes is to screw up the easy route and then do it the hard way. So maybe there's another twist in this little shit tail that we're all on at the moment, and it's going to be, and they'll end up beating someone that we didn't have them down when you're looking at those remaining fixtures. Or maybe, there for the grace of God. At the moment, there are teams that are just worse. Even though we're terrible, there are teams that just happen to be worse than us at the moment, and maybe that will eke out of it like that. I don't know. But
that'll be the reason they stay up. They'll be because the team's worse. It won't be. But if Everton are gonna go, I hope they go in the next 3 weeks. Because I can't be going to that bleeding Bournemouth game on a knife edge. It's just.
But I wonder how if it is doomsday scenario, how many weeks ahead would you know? Do you know what I mean? Before the end of the season, do you know what I mean? Oh God.
It's going to go to wire, though, isn't it? One way or another.
Because the other teams aren't good enough,
it's all so close, and nobody's.
Well, I mean, one other question though, right? Like, if Goodison was like Goodison was in the Palace game, what's it going to be like if we go down? What will Goodison Park be?
I think it's going to be nasty. I think
it's going to be horrible. I think, isn't it?
It's going to be for whoever's there, and you dread to think of it. It's why I couldn't believe there was no response going 2-1 down at the weekend from either the manager or the players. There was nothing. There was just like it was a game in May where it was 10 v 11, 10th versus 11th place, nothing to play for. Just get it done. We all want to go on holiday. That's what it looked like from Everton. They looked like, and them, to be fair, it just looked like a game that didn't mean a thing. And it was that worried me more than any of the other defeats, certainly under Dyche. I was just looking, thinking, there's nothing in there. There's just nothing. No leader. There's nothing up the top end of the pitch. The manager looks lost on the line, as if he was shocked, but his team selection at 2 o'clock should have told him what to expect.
Isn't it weird seeing Marco Silva come back? When managers come back that we've chewed up and spat out. It's weird, isn't it? Like, he's got them playing nice football. What was it about us that meant he couldn't work at Everton? Do you know what I mean? It's a question that no one can answer.
Pressure is probably probably what it is. Pressure, isn't it?
They don't have pressure.
They just don't have anything on them.
I've been to that. Said this before. Been to that ground probably as much as I've been anywhere or near to Craven Cottage. I've been there so many times, and it's win, lose or draw. The fans are just the same. They just clap, and they score it. They just clap. We score. People end up 10 rows down the bleeding stand.
I was walking behind a load of Fulham fans going through Stanley Park after the game, and I'll be honest, number one, the first thing that hit me, I've never seen so many pairs of white socks since the 80s.
They love a white sock. They love a white sock.
Nike Air Force Ones and white socks? This must be a big London thing.
They love.
But
Nike,
just like they were walking along, like they were on a school trip. They were just like, and I'm not criticising them, but that just tells you the difference between some fan bases, doesn't it? Like you've won 3-1 away. Our fans would be bouncing and singing, and it'd be a bit of a mad atmosphere. These lads were literally like they were on a geography field trip, like they were walking through Stanley Park to discover new kinds of dog shit. It was,
and they probably did.
He did, yeah. Hopefully, all over their white socks.
Oh, don't be like that.
Well, one final other question: Has this Everton experience lessened your love of football ever so slightly?
I hate football. I don't watch any football. I don't watch any football. I just watch
it's ruining football for me.
I watch
in
football
in
leagues, Andy. I don't watch the Premier League. It's terrible. I watch a lot of MLS. I watch American Major League Soccer. I watch that because it's fun.
You know what MLS is?
I'm just saying. And I don't mind watching some Bundesliga stuff, but the Premier League, I can't entertain. You know what? I watched Wrexham against Notts County last Monday.
I watched that. Yeah, it was a great game.
Exactly. And that made me realise how much I hate the Premier League, but I still love football because it was entertaining, it was end to end, it was honest. And it is, yeah. Everton have just
ruined it.
They're just vampires, aren't they?
They are. Energy vampires.
Energy vampires, they are. What a horrible club. But, 31 wins in the Championship next season. Yeah, that's right.
Think about it. That's the spirit, Baz.
You've got to, mate. You've got to look to the positives, haven't you? On Twitter, Nick, who is at Unbelievable Nick. Fair play. He got tickets on himself.
Punchy title, isn't it?
He's got. Listen, he's confident.
He's gone big.
Says, who does the best impressions out of you four? I'm gonna put it to you, Ped, to be honest, because you're mad enough to do them. I don't know the capability of Bush and Vitty in terms of impressionists.
Very limited, I'd suggest. Yeah. Well, I'm only speaking for myself.
Bush. I reckon Bush has got a couple up his sleeve, to be fair.
I think he's got a couple
Well,
up
it's
there
John.
as well.
It's John Bishop was a winner.
Well,
The funny thing is, when you're coming back from town and your mum's out washing the car,
that's quite good.
You know.
that's kind of it.
Daddy, you can only do one.
Well, it's difficult now, impressions, because you used to be able to do impressions freely before, but
Yeah.
now it's the kind of thing you get kicked off Bridgewater Carnival for. Do you know what I mean? So you can't.
Yeah.
The times have changed. Your
Times have
repertoire is our producer, mate Nick, does a brilliant Nelson Mandela. It's never going to be the light of day because you can't do that.
He
kind of
couldn't
stuff
do
anymore.
it.
Do you know what I mean?
He couldn't do it.
What is it? Just because he's not current anymore?
I don't know what it is.
Has Nelson
I can't put my
Mandela
finger
been
on it.
cancelled?
You've just got
Well,
but
I
the producer
know.
might be if he doesn't. I think that was more Andy's. That was more Andy's thing with it.
tricky.
Unbelievable. Nick also says, "What's the greatest album of all time in your view?" Anyone want to think
Subjective,
about
that, isn't it?
Isn't it? I mean,
Very
Yeah,
subjective.
it is. There is no answer to that question.
yeah.
I don't think.
What about what's your favourite album? Then what about that one? Is that easier to say? It mightn't be the greatest, but one that you think that's a belter. This. Anything? No.
Can we come back to you?
Yeah, of course.
Action Park.
All right.
Action Park by Shellac. There you go.
Okay.
Action Park.
Action Park. by Shellac.
Action Park by Shellac.
Okay.
Best album of all time.
Okay. There you go. Right.
The best album of all time.
Of all time.
I've never.
Bloody hell.
He's dropped that in.
Is
there, hasn't he? Mic drop.
Action Park the name of the album?
At Action Park is the name of the album, and the band is called Shellac.
And where
See, I
is
thought shellac was something that ladies
He
shaved
had
their legs
nails.
with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or nails, is it?
Yeah.
where
It's an American punk band.
where are they from?
I don't know. They're
America.
From North America, yeah.
North America. Thanks for
North America.
Okay. That's
Steve
interesting.
Albini. Have you heard of Steve Albini? He's like a famous producer who produced Nirvana's In Utero album, all that kind of stuff. It's his band. They're good. They're still playing. They're still going now. They're really good.
I'll be honest, Andy, they sound shite.
I mean, it's no Eurovision, Ped, but it's pretty
it's
good.
not.
I like the nails. Shellac better. I think.
Eurovision fever is about to hit.
Professor Poopy Pants said, I guess we've kind of discussed
Not
this.
his real name, is it?
No, obviously.
It's not a professor.
I mean, he might be a professor, you just don't know.
His name was Daniel Poopy Pants.
Daniel says tips and tricks to help forget about Everton's predicament. Well, I mean, Andy's took up cycling.
Yeah.
So have you got any? Has anyone brought any new hobbies in the last? Have you recently thought? I need to take something.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, that is mine.
PS5.
PlayStation, me PS5 quite helps me forget.
Does that
about
count
it.
as a hobby?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Well, what is it, Dave? It's
what
not,
is
not
it?
making a
I
career
don't-
out of it.
Whoa. Oh, back down, Barry. It's like I didn't say it wasn't a hobby. I said, does it count as a hobby?
Yeah,
It does, because sometimes when I play, I wear my padded shorts.
Okay.
So I don't have to get up.
Can I tell you something I saw?
Just smile.
In Oakhampton in Devon,
Yeah.
someone doing something that could be a new hobby. We cycled past this lad who was about 12 years old, and he was hanging off a bridge with a bit of rope and a magnet the size of a bath plug.
I
attached to
thought
the end of
he
it.
was hanging off the bridge with a bit of rope. I was
He
going
was
to
kind
say.
of hanging off there, but
Okay.
he was fishing with a magnet, and apparently
Fishing with a-
magnet fishing is a big thing.
It's a thing.
There's YouTube channels dedicated to it, and these people are pulling amazing things out of Britain's canals and all
Not
that kind of
fish,
stuff as well.
obviously.
Not fish, but
No.
You never know.
It's gone
There's a
depends how much
Birmingham.
metal we've consumed in our rivers, I guess. But go on.
There's a group of women in Birmingham that do it. They're called Peaky Dippers.
Oh, they sound like tits.
Fair play to you.
I'm going to get Bagel Sharky involved in this.
Why? Why are you getting fair?
Hey,
See, this is a man.
I'm asking
This
you.
is a man who knows nothing in the news. Bagel Sharky.
Fergal Sharkey of a good
Yes,
Bagel
yes.
Sharky is the utmost, the number one spokesman for Britain's waterways and
Now,
the cleanliness.
that
Fair
makes sense
play.
now. That makes sense
And he's got
because I was
shark
watching.
in his name.
Yeah,
Go on, Dave.
I was watching something the other day and I saw this interview taking place on a riverbank, and I was thinking, that looks like Fergal Sharkey, but it can't be Fergal Sharkey, obviously, from a good heart and that. Sort of
exactly.
Iffy hairdo.
The
But
hairdo
it
was
is.
terrible at curtains.
Yeah, he's Britain's number one water safety.
Is he?
Yeah, loves it. Loves getting involved. He was on a program the other week on BBC
So
Two.
what's he say? Like a good, what would it be? A good riverbed
canal.
this day is hard to
A good
find.
canal
Or
is
a
hard
good
to
canal,
find.
Yeah.
It is, especially if you haven't got a magnet.
If you haven't
Yeah,
got a
exactly.
magnet. Hey, just think if they'd have gone magnet fishing in the canal in where was it? Was it Netherton, where Bill Kenwright sign was from? You would have found that, wouldn't you?
No, it's made of wood. Your tit.
It wasn't. It was. Is it wood? What was metal? It's metal. Your tit.
It's made of wood.
It's metal.
It's not metal.
It's not wood, is it?
It's wood.
It wasn't wood.
Yes, what your metal sand? Bill Kenwright's face is not. That's not the Terminator.
No, the sand's in good to sing your tit. You wouldn't have found him in a canal, would you?
Fucking wouldn't mind.
Wasn't
Not
good.
yet.
I'm not a swimming pool anyway. It might.
Yeah, Fergal Shark.
Right, okay.
There you go.
So Magna Fishing, Andy's
Shark.
through that.
That could be Andy's new show on Channel 5.
Magna Fishing with Fergal
Sharky.
Sharky, and Andy just introduces it.
That'd be great.
With
I'd
his
love that.
Strong.
With his
Strong.
padded pants on. That is an option.
Sign me up.
That is an option. Stuart Thompson says, would you ever convert from normal socks to toe socks, or as I call them, foot gloves? These aren't like I've seen me missus wear, is it? Where
What's the advantage?
Yeah, they're for
can't
girls.
see
They're
it.
entirely for girls.
I'm not sure you can say that anymore.
Can you not?
I don't think so. You can't specify socks for people.
Is he being socksist there?
He is. No, he's been. Well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe socksist.
I don't know if he's having to go to socks or genders, but I don't. They're all the
Okay,
same now.
I would just assume that they were predominantly worn by girls.
Why though?
They wear it first because with high heels and stuff, weren't they? So
See, that's what I meant.
I
That's
think
what I
that's
meant.
how they started off.
Again, I don't
But
think
things can move. Things can move, can't they? Would you ever go from, you know what, you want to wear trainers in the summer, you got
What
pair
are
of
the
shorts on?
advantages of them?
Well, you don't. You just basically don't.
What are the
Easy for you.
advantages of
Easy for you to say. Well, I guess you don't see the rest of the fabric, do you? So you come in here donned. Yeah, Ned's coming today with a pair of shorts on. I don't know why, and his trainers. But we can see that he's got black socks on. Yeah. With his trainers. If Ned was to don foot socks, is that what they're called? Foot gloves, as Stuart says.
Hang on.
You would. Oh, hang on. Let me finish.
Oh, go on.
What you would see is Ned's ankle. And it would look like he's got bare feet in his
See,
his
I've got the
trainers.
wrong end of the stick here.
Oh, yeah, so
What
have
if
I.
I thought that you meant the socks had individual bits in
Hang
front of
on.
them?
No.
See, that to me is a foot sock. Like a glove. That's a...
Toe socks.
Yeah, but so if they're called toe socks, that makes me think that they've got individual
I've
bits.
said that. You said it so fast I was thinking of Shank toe socks, who I think he would have been a better striker than what we've got now. Well, I might have this wrong, but I'm thinking of what you see
Andy
the
Bush
women
has gone
in.
quiet, like he knows something.
Andy's gone. Oh, no, Dave's gone. Oh,
Where's Dave gone?
Andy's
Here,
gone.
I'm here,
Oh, Dave's
I'm
gone.
here.
Hang on.
Right, okay, that's what I said. Right, I'm moving on. I'm not going to wear them ones that I think they are, Stuart. You're really sure what you should have done was sent a picture so we could have known.
These, look.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
No, because they're like trainer socks, Dave. So what I'm thinking of, hold that up, Dave. So,
Look.
right. So the bit now, the bit in between your hands on the
Is
top
like
bit
little-
of the sock,
got little
that'd be
toe
gone.
shapes.
It'd be gone.
Oh, right. What
So-
do you mean, like fingerless or toeless
No.
socks?
So
I
hold
don't
the
know
sock
what's
up.
going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
know
hold
what's
the
going
sock
on.
up, Dave.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got the heel bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you've
there.
got the toe bit.
Yeah,
But the
there.
top bit of the sock in between, there's nothing there. So it goes on your heel, covers all the sole of your foot and over your socks.
Over your toes.
Over your toes, I mean, not over your socks. Over your toes. So, like, the top bit is skin. So if anyone's looking at you, they would just think you didn't have any socks on.
So these are essentially for high heelists.
Yes,
aren't they?
but I'm guessing you can wear them with trainers as well. My missus wears them with their trainers. Fair play. But I'm saying, would we?
No.
No.
Is the answer.
There's the answer. It was a long discussion. Not so Purple-Aki. I'm not convinced that's his name, real name, but it might be. Says, I mean, I can't answer this because I don't watch Succession, but who in Succession do you relate to most and why? Kendall, Shiv, Roman, Greg, Logan, or Tom? Now, I know you've watched this, so out of
I love
those names,
Succession.
Logan.
Logan.
100% I'm Logan.
You're Logan.
I'm having Logan.
As Andy or Dave watched Succession?
Yeah, I'm just about to
Yeah.
start the fourth series.
Okay, is there any of those, which of those characters, Kendall, Shiv, Roman, Greg, Logan, or Tom, do you relate to the most?
See, I'm somewhere between Greg and Roman, I think, which I think is
So
probably
you're
a bad
Groman.
place to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, Groman.
Groman.
Is probably
Groman.
where I am.
Okay.
But it's
Roman,
not necessarily a good place
No,
to be.
Roman
Oh.
sends a dick pic to his dad.
Okay, well, listen, hey, do whatever you do. Do whatever
And then his dad was sitting opposite to him and went, It's Good stuff.
Okay.
Brilliant series.
Right.
It is brilliant series.
Who are
Brilliant,
you,
brilliant,
Andy?
brilliant. I think I'll probably be Greg.
Greg. Okay. So
Ned would be Tom.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
He would
Tom's
definitely be
fantastic.
I don't know any of these, but let's do it. Anthony says you have to be stuck in a lift with someone for 12 hours. Okay. Or do a weekend in Rill with someone, or have a week in Benidorm with someone. So it's like
one of the
it's
three.
marry,
Well, you have to
shag,
pick one
whatever.
of the three.
Right?
Well, you
No,
go
listen.
for a week in Benidorm all day long, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm giving you the 3 people. So
Oh, right.
you know, it's
right.
like marry, whatever, shag, kill, or whatever whatever it is, right? So there's Gemma Collins,
Jesus.
the GC.
Yeah.
There's Nadine Dorries,
Yeah.
and there's Miranda.
Oh, God.
So
I feel like this could be quite a bad quagmire to get involved with.
All right, so who
Padded shorts and needed.
all right, let's go with you first. Who are you going in a lift with for 12 hours?
What were the other two?
Gemma Collins.
What were the other two things?
Nadine. Okay. A weekend in Rill with someone, and the week in Benidorm with. So who are you in the lift with?
Miranda.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Weekend in Rill.
Nadine Dorries, just so she has to be in real.
Okay. And
mean?
the GC in Benidorm.
Yeah, we'd have a laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
People.
Okay.
Times.
Andy, let's go to you.
Lift, Gemma Collins.
Okay.
What was the other one? Rill.
Weekend in
Rill, Nadine, and then the Benidorm with Miranda.
Yeah.
Why did she get a bad press, Miranda?
I'd be in Benidorm with Miranda for a week. You'd have a laugh with her.
Go and watch Sticky Vicky together.
Hang on, have I got the right Miranda off the telly? Miranda,
yeah.
Miranda,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
funny
the
one,
tall
the one
one.
that says plunge. You'd have a laugh with her in
Or
Benidorm for a week.
does he mean Miranda, the Pro
Miranda
Evo
Hart, her name is,
Master
isn't it?
League player? that
If
you
he
get
means
to play
Miranda, the
Evo
Pro
soccer?
Evo Master League striker, then that
think it might
changes
be.
everything.
That
Yeah.
changes everything.
That changes everything. But let's assume he means Miranda, who's on the telly.
Do you think every
Like
every
Dave,
few
go
minutes
on
you'd
then.
look at the camera?
I'd go lift with Dorries because it'd be the shortest amount of time.
I thought,
You could run away from it in other places.
So you're in.
Will with Miranda,
Oh.
and I'd probably go for Benidorm with the GC.
Yeah.
Okay. Sad.
Although I genuinely
Hate all of
think
them.
root canal surgery would be preferable to 2 out of 3 definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I won't put
a
you
week
on the
with
spot
Ned.
for the other one. Ned wants a week with Nadine.
Marino.
Jose Marino.
Someone just, by the way, just wanted to alert you to your WhatsApp group. Someone called Peter's just sent us a picture of
dick.
Andy's
Dick, yeah. Is this succession all gone wrong?
company car.
What is it?
It's Andy's company car.
Oh, Andy's company car. Tremendous.
The
That is
Bookmobile.
tremendous.
There you go.
That is tremendous. That's it. There you go. That is how Andy Bush arrives.
Have you put it on the screen, Ned?
Well, back when I started in commercial radio, we used to have Black Thunders. Do you remember them? Which were like like commercial radio station vehicles with, like the branding of the radio station on the side.
They'd have the street team would go out and get out stickers and stuff.
I was going to say something,
man.
but I don't think legally I can.
No, don't say a word. Gray Lead says it. Why are the hieroglyphs, which are several thousand years old, that clearly show light bulbs, batteries, and flying craft? Do we believe in time travel?
No, because I don't believe in time.
Different thing. That's a good one. Do you believe in travel?
I do believe in travel, yeah.
Fair play.
I just don't believe in time.
Okay, but that is weird, isn't it? Some of these hieroglyphs in Egypt and stuff. I think I might have said this before. We went a few years ago. There was the Tutankhamun exhibition in the Millennium Dome. They're not in Cairo. Didn't go off.
In the desert.
Yeah, in the Millennium Dome in London.
yeah.
You know, on thingy, Isle of Dogs and all that palaver. And there was loads of amazing stuff, but they had the sewage system that they used in Egypt, which was better from 2000. It wasn't full of shit. It was but it was 2000.
Was this a year off from Florida, was it?
This was in the summer. It was 2,000 years old or something, and it was better than some of the stuff they have now.
Well,
so.
Well, that's because they were ahead of their time, weren't they, the Egyptians?
but why would you
But light bulbs, batteries, and flying aircraft ahead of the time. Have we got an answer?
No.
Andy's lost the will to live.
Andy.
I keep dropping out. I keep losing you. I do apologise.
Right. The funny thing is that you keep going at potentially comedic moments. Like just as he got onto the Egyptian sewage system, you went.
So the two times I've dropped out, I've come back and Ped's talking about nappies, and then after that, I've come back in again. You talk about the Egyptian sewage system. Right. What is going on?
Right. Here's the question, Andy. Can you hear me?
I got you now,
right. Yeah. Why are the hieroglyphs, which are several thousand years old and clearly show light bulbs, batteries, and flying craft? So were the Egyptians some kind of amazing people, time travelers, or could they see into the future that far? Or what? Discuss.
Well, I mean, I've sat up and watched quite a few of those programs about like ancient civilizations having incredible kind of foresight, and were they visited by other from people from other planets before thousands of years ago. Who knows? And it would be folly for us to say that we're the only ones on this block. Do you know what I mean? So maybe there's more to it. Maybe Everton will stay up and other teams will be worse than us. Maybe ancient civilizations were visited by aliens before the advent of humanity. Who knows?
Maybe they were just cleverer people because they didn't have all the distractions of shite that we have. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They were just like, instead of getting on the iPad and playing Angry Birds, I'm going to figure out how to do a sewage system.
Yeah.
Well, flying cars, batteries.
They didn't have flying cars.
Flying crap.
Oh, the bollocks.
No, that's in the hieroglyph.
Who said that?
Grey lead,
you're a tit.
I mean, he is messing.
That's he's head of our customer services.
Again,
our fan engagement officer.
Fan engagement officer, Ped. Tremendous at PR. Feel free to call him a tip. Feel free to call him a tip back.
Contact Ned at Ned.com.
Ned at youratit.org.
That's my name.
That's my name. You tit. Fair play. Did they? Because they didn't have these time stealers, right? Which is what phones are time stealers, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are. They didn't have them, so things of like flying crap. You could imagine, couldn't you? We all did as kids. Yeah. Thought, in the future you'll be able to, like, whatever. Imagine being able to. We're still doing it now.
But we have got loads of stuff that we wouldn't. We've got loads of stuff now that we wouldn't have imagined as kids. We wouldn't imagine a mobile phone could do literally anything.
But flying, you would. I always, as a kid, imagine if you could, like, fly around on, like, because we've all played jetpack. Surely we all played jetpack.
I think we were sold quite a lot of.
Yeah, we were sold it.
A bum steer by Tomorrow's World, though. They did make it look like we'd be going to work in a rocket pack and robots would be helping you around the house, whereas robots can't even climb a flight of stairs. Do you know what I mean?
They can now. They can bleeding lap dance and everything now.
Although the AI thing.
The AI,
Absolutely.
You've watched it.
The AI thing's terrifying.
My regular table, please.
Yeah. Throwing WD-40 down the front of its bills.
Absolutely.
Opinion hated. Yeah, there you go. Says, who'd score more goals for Everton if they started every game for the season? 1, Paul Mullen. 2, Neil Maupay. I'm going Paul Mullen.
Mullen all day long.
All day and every day.
3
twice on Sunday. A
chatbot would score more goals.
Maybe. ChatGPT would get more than Maupay.
With Maupay, yeah.
Gareth Hughes says, did you guys have a nickname at school, or did any of your classmates have any funny ones? My favourite is a Bob Mortimer story where a guy from his school was called the Sniper's Dream because he had a massive head.
My favourite nickname from the world of sport is the footballer Fitz Hall, who was nicknamed One Size.
One Size,
I think is brilliant.
Or former Everton player Neil Poynton, whose nickname was Disser.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah. Disser. Well, that's. I mean, that is a true story.
That is a true story.
Big Nev. Give him that, I think. Disappointing, yeah.
I had many nicknames, but I've a lot of counselling has helped me forget most of them.
And you can't say them,
yeah.
My nicknames were boring.
Yeah, Big Ears,
yeah. Cassie, that was it.
Do you know what? I used to go to school. This is honestly true.
You went to school?
A lad in my school was called Dick and Hares.
Dick and Hares?
Dickon, Dicken, Hares.
Yeah, I think that says more about the school you went to.
It's honestly true. He's a teacher now.
Sounds
His
like
name is Dickon Hares.
Program on BBC and an adaptation that they have.
You see, I think you have to look at the parents for stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I think that that's tantamount to child abuse.
It is. It's pretty hardcore, isn't it? Like
his real name was Dick and Hayes. Piss off.
Dick and Hayes. So he can't even shorten it if he's trying to book a table
Piss
in a
off was his
restaurant.
middle name.
No, hang on. Let's just rewind. Hang on.
What have you missed here?
What I've missed here, I asked for a nickname.
Yeah, that was his real name.
And Andy's
real name?
a kid, a real human being was called Dick and Hayes.
Dick and Hayes.
Yeah.
Dick in Hayes.
Dick in
Dick is in Dick and Hayes.
No.
What was his nickname?
No.
Well, this is it. You can't imagine him now trying to book a restaurant or
Prickly
table
bush.
or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
His nickname was
Dick Hayes. That's not going to help.
Dick, it's not going to help, is it? Hayes wouldn't help.
His nickname was Big Ears.
Big Ears. What a mad name. Dick and Hayes.
This is. I've got to go and get a train, so I'm going to leave you with that piece.
That is incredible, Andy Bush.
That bit of joy.
You've dropped it,
Andy.
Mike dropped it.
Before you go, can I just tell you about the weirdest thing that I did today?
Go on then. Go on.
I was in the petrol station. I just filled the car up with petrol, and I bought a half-price Easter egg for me.
That's not on. That's not how it is.
That's the
like you said earlier on, Dave. That's not how it works.
It was an orange twirl Easter egg.
Yes.
Half price, £3 only. Tremendous value for me. Not for the kids, not for anybody else. For me.
It should just be for you, Andy.
What?
Andy, I know you've got to. Andy, I know you've got to go, but last thing, very quickly, right? Favourite selection box chocolates that you wouldn't buy in a shop. So we discussed things like you get a picnic or a Lion Bar. Is there anything? Right. Go on, anything. Off you go.
Bounty. I'd never touch a Bounty with a barge pole in a 24-hour garage, but if you get it in a selection box, I absolutely love it.
There you go. Fair play.
Dave, where are you eating that egg? You can take that back home and sit in the lounge, or sit in the car and have it out
in the
the
kitchen now.
forecourt?
It's in the kitchen.
In the kitchen with a cup of tea ready after he's
get the old get the kit on from earlier on in the podcast.
That's it.
Make sure you get it on your shirt.
Pants on, just in case, you know.
He's gonna go for his ride with his padded pants, come back and consume his orange swill.
Always use protection. That's Dave's.
That's it.
Always. When he's having his egg.
Go on, Mr. Bush. We will relieve you of your duties. See you next week.
God bless Dick and Hare. See you guys soon.
See you, Dick and Hare. Bye.
Dave, just so hang on. I'm fascinated by this.
Go on.
So, what are you getting in this Easter egg? If that Easter egg costs £6 in the first place, what are you getting in that Easter egg?
Orange swill.
Is
it 2 bars with it? 2 bars.
I presume so. It's a good point you make because to be honest with you, I would have had no idea how much a regular Easter egg cost.
Okay.
Prior to this,
yeah.
So when I was queuing up to pay for my petrol, and I succumbed to a very well-worn marketing technique, which is to stack things which you might think about buying next to the tills.
Yeah.
And I was there, and there was this whole stack of orange twirl Easter eggs, and I like an orange twirl, and I thought half price, why not? And so I did. But then when she said it was £3, and it did make me think, Christ, are these normally £6 each? Which seems like quite a lot to me.
I think they have gone up Easter eggs, like.
No, I was just wondering. I think you've been suckered in there, Dave. I think you've done that. You have done that thing in a petrol station where you've got limited time to make your mind up because you're in a queue.
Panic buy.
And they've actually
very much a Neil Maupay. Very much.
It's not actually. I don't actually believe that was half price. I don't believe that. I think they've just suckered you in.
Dave, we got a question from Carla, and she did ask the other week, but the show had finished, and I forgot to ask you last week, so I'm going to ask you right now about it. There's a picture of you. You might have told us this before, but obviously everyone's forgot it, so it was great. Obviously memorable the way you delivered it last time. There's a picture of you with 50 Cent, and I think you might have an Everton shirt on in it or whatever. So can you explain for Carla and rest of the people listening and us in the studio how that came about and the little backstory to that, please?
Yes, loosely. We were in New York and we did our breakfast show from New York for a week. And in doing so, we actually went out and we did some interviews, 2 of which were with Puff Daddy and with 50 Cent. And when we went to go and see them, clang,
that's a good clang note, a good clang.
Double clang. And when we went to go and see them, for reasons which are still not fully clear, I took an Everton shirt and Chris Morse took a Leeds shirt. And we have pictures of ourselves with those 2. And that's how it came about. There's nothing actually even any more clever really than that.
Okay.
That's kind of it.
Just showbiz.
Well, that's all right, isn't it? Because I think the thing about it is, was there anybody who did he reference it at all, or did he just think it was a shirt you had on? Did you say this is Everton or whatever? Or
I think we may have briefly discussed it, but he wasn't fully aware of our back four or anything like that at the time.
Okay, that. But I mean, that was Yobbo part.
I was going to say he said drop your
Yeah.
Don't play Yobbo right back. He said
even he didn't know our best side then.
No, he wouldn't. But I guarantee you, he would have. He wouldn't have messed Everton up as much as they have done in the last 7 years. And I just wanted to bring your attention to this one because I did see this and think of you, and it terrified me. I'll be honest. Terrified girl clings to paddleboard adrift in the Atlantic for 22 hours until a miracle rescue. A girl was swept out far to sea on her paddleboard by a freak wind and was stranded alone for 22 hours. Erica Vincent, who's 17, was found adrift 28 miles out in the Atlantic Ocean last week after clinging onto her board for dear life.
Scary, isn't it?
That
you got to be careful
terrifying.
with currents and stuff. I watch these programs all the time.
I hate them in scones. Hate them. Hate them.
I watch all these kind of saving lives at sea programs as well, where they have all these sort of real life things. I love all that. But no, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful of where you go and winds and stuff like that. And in fact, I'm not even going on the river by me at the moment. Not that I'm worried about getting swept out to sea, but the current is running too fast and you're advised not to do it because you won't have full control over the board.
Safety first.
See, that's it.
That's responsibility.
Would you ever wear your padded thing on your paddle board? So padded pants with paddle board? No.
Drag you down?
Yeah, they would drag you down, and also there's no need because you don't have any frictional contact with your posterior and anything hard. Hopefully.
Boom. Tremendous.
What an insight.
It's always there, but
What an insight.
dropping the thing.
What an
It's
insight.
just dropping it. Tremendous insight to paddleboarding with Dave Vitty again. Another Channel 5
Easter eggs and
program.
paddleboards. That's me.
That is, hey, what is wrong with that?
Nothing.
Anything other than
Nothing.
Everton.
There you go.
Right, let's leave it there. Dave is going to go and don his gear and his padded shorts now and go off on a lovely bike ride. There they are again, just for you viewers. If you're listening to this, then Dave is holding up his padded pants.
I don't think it's warm enough yet for the short version.
No, I mean, it's nice here today, to be honest, sunny, and it's around 16 degrees. That's not bad.
Oh, is it? Okay. It's warmer than it is here.
Yeah, so you still will require the longer pants, I imagine, right now.
I think so.
Dave, pleasure as always. Thank you for joining
Likewise.
us.
Thank you, Dave.
And take care. Have a good week. And
Thank
we
you
will
very
see
much.
you next week, mate.
Speak to you soon, hopefully with better news.
Oh, thank God. Please, please, please. Take it easy. We'll see you all later. Bye.